Hey, what's up guys? Good morning and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to be taking you through what I eat in a day, including some of my favourite go-to recipes at the moment to help achieve my weight loss goals. Definitely in need of some coffee right now. So pretty much the first thing I do every morning is head downstairs to make my coffee, but first I try and chug at least 1 glass of water. I've absolutely been loving this Alpro plant protein chocolate milk at the moment. It's the perfect thing to mix in with my coffee because it just makes it so creamy and obviously adds that chocolate taste, so it's like a homemade mocha. And because I am vegetarian, sometimes I do find it a little bit difficult to get the protein into my diet that I need, so just little things like this that add a little bit of protein into each meal is really helpful for me, and obviously it tastes so yummy. Once I've made that, I just perch myself on the sofa, enjoy my coffee and get into doing my daily practice questions. I'm feeling pretty good today. So I'm on day 10, I believe, of the Chloe Ting weight loss challenge, so let's get into it. That hungry after my workouts in the morning, so I've really just been trying to listen to my body, and if I'm not feeling that hungry then I obviously am not going to eat that much, but if I do feel hungry I will have a more substantial breakfast. But lately I've just been sticking with some fruit, whatever I'm feeling like that week, and then these protein yogurts, because like I said, it's really hard for me to implement a lot of protein into my diet because I am vegetarian. So I really like these because it's sort of like a light breakfast, but I know that I'm still getting some protein in there. So today I'm having a bowl of watermelon as well as this yogurt, which is peach and raspberry flavored, and I've been using LiveSum to track my macros. I really like this app because it's not so focused on weight loss, it's more focused on making sure you're eating enough even though you're trying to be in a calorie deficit, and I like the fact that it helps me to know how many carbs, proteins and fats I'm eating per meal, and that's why I use it. So it's not necessarily to really count calories, mainly it's just to track my macros. So today I'm having some watermelon, yogurt, and I'm also going to account for my coffee this morning. My breakfast today is only 135 calories. It's not a lot, but you'll see throughout the day I'm eating a lot more. It's just that I'm not very hungry right now. So I'm also just going to input my workout for today. I did a 20-minute HIIT workout, and I've also had at least half a litre of water. So yeah, that is my breakfast for today. I'm going to quickly eat that and then I'll be heading off to placement, but hopefully I'll be back in time to eat lunch at home. For lunch, I've been absolutely obsessed recently with just making a huge salad, and I am not the type of gal to make just a bowl full of lettuce and call it quits. I like to make my salads interesting and yummy, so I do have a bed of romaine lettuce as well as some spinach for extra iron and greens, and on top I will just add on some grated cheese, some cucumber, tomatoes, red onions, a few jalapenos for spice, an absolute ton of olives because they are my favourite, sweet corn, and then I will drizzle some mayo as well as some honey mustard sauce on top, and then I also made myself some halloumi. For protein on my salad, I love adding these vegetable protein balls. They are vegan, gluten-free, and they taste incredible, and obviously it says in the name they add a good amount of protein into my lunch. So that is pretty much it. It is literally the yummiest meal. It may seem like rabbit food to you, but to me it makes me so happy, and I genuinely crave this pretty much every day at the moment. People tend to donate like food and things here, and today they had a big old box of cream eggs, so I'm gonna treat myself, everything in moderation, it's all about balance, and then I'm gonna get back to work. Okay, I just got home and I am absolutely starving. I was supposed to just be working from 4 till 8 p.m. today, but they asked me to stay on until 9. It's now 10 p.m. and I never really like to eat this late. I usually try to eat before 7 p.m, but I mean, it is what it is. So I'm just waiting for my burger to cook up in the oven, and then I'm gonna prepare like the yummiest burgers with like lettuce buns instead of bread buns, which I'm so looking forward to. I've never done this before, but I feel like it's a really good way to kind of eliminate some of the carbs. I mean, even though I'm not having the carbs in the bread, I am still going to be making chips. I'm absolutely starving. I haven't eaten a proper meal since 1 p.m, so I don't really mind that I'm having some chips. I don't think that that's an unhealthy way to look at it. I'm fueling my body, doing what I feel is best for myself, and right now all I can think is that I'm absolutely starving. I'm really just trying to keep my relationship with food healthy. I don't want to feel like I'm restricting myself or making myself feel guilty for having carbs or anything like that, because carbs are necessary in our diet. I don't think you should cut out any one thing, but obviously I'm trying to reduce my portion intake and reduce my carbs a little bit, because I know that that's how I will lose weight personally. In the past, that's what I've learned from my mistakes. I know that higher protein and lower carb diets and a lifestyle is what helps me to lose weight, so that's what I'm aiming for. And with sort of smart, small substitutes, I'm gonna get there, and I'm not trying to do it in sort of like a crash diet way. I'm trying to do it in a very healthy, slow way where it'll become a lifestyle. It's not just gonna be a diet. So I'm gonna finish making my dinner now, and I'm so excited to eat. I am so hungry.
What's a whole house full, complete run out?
That's kind of crazy.
I know.
So that was everything that I ate today. Obviously I don't eat the same thing every day. I like to keep it varied, otherwise eating healthy sort of foods becomes really mundane and boring. So I like to switch it up and find healthier alternatives to relatively unhealthy foods that I usually really like. And I'm also just sort of trying to cut down on the things that aren't necessarily that great for you. For example, I love mayonnaise. I will put it on anything if I could, but with my salads there was a time in the past where I would have put on like 3 times the amount that I did today, and it's things like that that I'm slowly trying to sort of cut back on. I'm not cutting them out completely because that's just going to make me unhappy, but cutting back on them a bit just to sort of slowly decrease the number of calories I'm consuming just from that, because dressings and things like mayo do actually have a lot of calories in them, and when you think about it, I could be eating like a whole other snack instead of that 1 tablespoon of mayo in a day. So that's just the way I look at it. I try to look at it in a healthy way, not in a restrictive way, but small changes like that do make a big difference. So today I ate around 1400 calories. I burned over 200 with my workout, and obviously I spent half the day walking around consistently because of work, and so I probably burnt a bit more than I thought I did, but I don't really look at that too much. Basically, all I want to know is that I'm eating in a calorie deficit, and I like to try and move my body every day because that's what makes me feel good. It's not because I have the sole purpose of burning as many calories as possible. It's because I love working out and it makes me happy, so that's why I do it. I also like to track my macros. So according to the LiveSum app, I had 132 grams of carbs, 63 grams of protein and 69 grams of fat, and in the app it actually tells you like how far off your target you were or how far over you were. But as long as I know that I'm getting the nutrients I need, first of all, secondly that I'm satiated after every meal, and thirdly that I'm in a calorie deficit, and I know that I'll hit my weight loss goals, and I'll also be happy because I'm not restricting myself. I'm not thinking of this as a temporary diet. I really want to make this a lifestyle. So yeah, that is just a sort of peek into how I'm dealing with my body image and trying to lose weight, and how I'm trying to deal with my relationship in terms of food. And it's always going to be a work in progress, but I feel like I'm getting there, and I feel much happier when I think about food now. A lot of the time in the past I used to feel very guilty when I thought about food because it was always something sort of unhealthy or carby or something that's not necessarily that good for you, which is what some people would say. It just wasn't the best for my physical health and in turn my mental health. So I'm really just working on that. I don't really feel guilt anymore when I eat. If I have a little sweet treat, like I had a Cadbury's cream egg today, I didn't feel bad about it at all. I tend to let myself have at least one sweet treat every day because I do have a sweet tooth, and I find that if I crave something and I don't let myself have it, I will just end up binge eating that thing like a week later. So instead I let myself have it in moderation, and then I don't binge, and that's how I'm going to make this a lifestyle, something long term, something sustainable. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please subscribe for more, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!